G'day and welcome back to Fun with Canva. It has been a while and I am going to hopefully put together a good tutorial for you. We're going to be looking at the reflection, gradient and a few other wonderful effects to do with Canva. So let's get straight into it. Firstly, I just want to say it's great. My YouTube channel is kicking off. I'm up to 425 subscribers at the moment. My plan is to get to 500 by June, and then 500 by the end of May, and 1,000 subscribers by June. So if I can achieve that, then that will be fantastic. And all thanks goes to you guys and girls and people for the views and the subscriptions and all that sort of stuff from around the world and whatnot. So let's get stuck into this tutorial and get it out of the way for you to go and explore this wonderful function in Canva yourselves. So let's go over to create a design, click on that, and I'm going to be using a Instagram post portrait for this one. So let's click on that. When that canvas comes up, we want to go in and choose a background. So we can choose any background we like. I'm going to choose this one, a royal blue. Okay. Then what we need to do is come over to text, add a heading, and we're going to type out each letter for this word. So I'm going to use the word road because I think these letters in the word road will do this particular tutorial justice. So we'll duplicate and duplicate and duplicate, and then we'll come back here and we'll type in the word road. Okay, now that we've got that, we'll change all these letters to the color white. Okay, and then we'll increase the text. What we'll do then is come and choose a font. Now, from what I've seen with this particular design, you want to choose a bulky type font. So I'm going to choose this one because I think it works well. All right, so another thing that you can do is you can add effects to the actual letters. So that's probably another tutorial that I will be doing, so stay tuned for that one. But what we want to do now is we want to select each letter and then, we want to select the word, and what we want to do is come over here to effects. Now we're going to choose the shadow. The shadow is going to give us the shadowy effect for each letter within this word. So we click on shadow, and as you can see here, it's got offset, direction, blur, transparency, and color. So we want to bring the color all the way up. We want to bring the direction to sort of line up there, so you can see how it's lining up with the word. You can put it any way you want, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to line it up with the word in the horizontal. Bring the blur all the way up to 100 and the transparency up to 100. So I'll just do that direction 90. Okay. Now that we've got that, what we want to do is change the blur, the blur color to black. All right, that gives us that shadow effect, and you can see the letters of the word road. So now what we'll do is we'll place each letter just over the top of each of the other letter, so we know that the word is still road. We'll highlight, select all the letters, and we'll increase the size. Just keep it inside the frame there. All right, we'll drop that down. All right, so we can see, where's the middle? We'll drop that in the middle position. Go to, no, not that one, sorry. All right, it says we're in the middle, so We'll leave it about there. Okay, now that we've got that position, what we want to do is highlight all those letters, right click on the mouse, download selection, and we want to download as transparent background because we don't want this background because this is going to be the reflection of the word road. So we'll download that. When it downloads to the file, as it will shortly, go to downloads, go to there, and go save. We'll keep it as R for now. Go over to uploads, upload files, and we'll click on the R. Drag that in, that'll upload. Once that's uploaded, we'll click on it and it will appear in or on the canvas. So we just want to expand that out to extremities of the word. Alright. Then what we want to do is come over here to flip, and we'll flip vertically. And what we'll do is we'll just drag that down just so it's touching under there. We'll tighten this up around our reflection word. And there you have it. There is the reflection almost done. So to do the reflection, what we can do is come over here to transparency. We can drop down the transparency, all right, and that allows the bit of the background to be seen because of the blue color. All right, the other way that we can do it is do a bit of a blur. So we can go over here to edit photo. We can click on blur. We can go to whole image, and we can bring that up to maybe about 30 to 50, somewhere between there is, I think, a pretty decent reflection. Alright, we'll have a look at that one. You can play around with it however you want. You can do both transparency and blur. Okay, 65. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. Let's do both transparency and blur for the purposes of this one. Alright, again, it's a tutorial where you can take what I'm putting together and do what you choose. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's just recap on what we've done. We've done each letter with the shadow, we've saved it, uploaded it, converted it over to, flipped it over to look like a reflection, applied some effects to it, and this is what we have. So if we come over to elements now, we're going to look at the gradient, custom gradient. So we click on a square, and we'll bring that down here, excuse me, drag it out. What we want to do is come over to here and choose this here, add a new color, and we want to click on the gradient, and we want to put these two colors as the background color for the purposes of this. So we'll click on that, use the color picker, and choose that, and we'll click on that as well and choose that. So both our colors are the same. Then to get the clear part of the gradient, we want to choose this again. So click on that and bring the transparency all the way down. Okay, so you can add one or you can add two, it doesn't matter, and you can either leave it there or move it over to the end. All right, and just showing you that creates the transparency up there. All right, so what we then can do is drag that up, and that will give us a bit of the transparency. So if we highlight that again, go back here, sorry, and choose this one. All right, that will give us the transparency down the bottom, as you can see, and we can drag that up. So dragging it all the way up obviously covers the whole thing. What it allows us to do is then just drag down the transparency that we've created, and you'll be able to sort of start to gauge where you want the transparency to sit. All right, so you can bring it down halfway like that, cover it up a bit, get more of the blue. All right, like I said, I'm just showing you the way that you can do it, and you can apply this in whichever way you want to apply it. So if we click on layers and show layers, you'll be able to see that the flipped road word, excuse me, is behind the gradient, and then the rest is clear. So one other thing that you can do is you can not do that, sorry. You can create another gradient, or I should say duplicate a gradient, and flip that around this way. Put it up there, drag it down. Oh, actually, maybe put it there. And you can create a gradient that way as well. All right, so one thing that I did play around with before is if we go into layers and show layers, you can drag that down behind each letter, and it just highlights letters a little bit more. All right, but I'm going to not worry about that. I'll just delete that because that's really not part of this tutorial, but just something else I thought I'd show you. So as you can see there, we've created a gradient reflection using letters, text effects such as the shadow, downloading, flipping, and creating a custom gradient. So I apologize for the yawning, it's been a long day. So there you have it, people. Thank you very much for watching, and that is my tutorial. I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial, and bye now from Fun with Canva. Thank you very much.